hairstylist.
Hey, beautiful people, and welcome to the Beauty Hustle Podcast, where we educate and elevate in the beauty industry, but also having really raw conversation. I'm your host, Beauty the Braid Boss, and today's episode we are going to be talking and learning about appointment policies, y'all. Whew. Baby, let's talk about it because it has gotten out of hand. First off, I want to go. Let's start back from the beginning in how appointment policies came about. So when I was coming up first in my younger days in the business, there was no such thing as like an actual written appointment policy, because it was you contact your stylist, you reserve your time, you show up, that's it. You know what I'm saying? But as time went on, hairstylists started to notice that we did not have any type of insurance. We did not have any type of guidelines. So that's where appointment policies came into place, and also deposits. The deposits basically secures your appointment time, basically saying that you are agreeing to come at this particular time that you are booking. Okay. Now, a lot of people these days are trying to get around not paying deposits, but deposits came about because Nene down the street kept pulling no call, no shows. And again, the deposit is kind of like some form of insurance for hairstylists, because in this industry, time is money. And if you book an appointment for a certain time and you don't show up, that's money that I'm missing out on. And this is my... Hey, Braid Boss, how are you? Yes, y'all, the Braid Academy is back and in full effect, and they are sponsoring today's video. If you are a beginner braider or wanting to get into the braid industry to create an extra stream of income, this is the masterclass for you. This is our 2-day Braid Boss masterclass scheduled for 2024, okay? $750. A price you can't beat. We got payment plans available, y'all. Just text Braid Boss to 214-438-0848 so we can get your free Braid Boss call, okay? And during this call, baby, you can ask me any type of questions so we can get you prepared for your future, for you to get what God has for you. We also have one-on-one classes available as well. Prices may differ, but please stop the delay. Don't hesitate. Pick up streaming and learn how you can braid boss up, y'all, in 2024, because that's what it's all about. These classes are no experience necessary. The gift that I have, teaching someone who has never braided a day in their life and creating a braid boss like myself, y'all. Let's get to it. Let's get to this bag, and let's get in our purpose and get what God got for us. Hope to see you soon. Bye. Now let's get back to the show. So appointment policies came about because we are missing out on money. This is not a hobby. This is how we provide for our household. Some of us, how we provide for our families. And y'all are playing with our time. So I might not be able to get all of it, but I'm going to get something for my time. But nowadays, with all the booking platforms, now they do have no call, no show options to collect fees. So just depends on your booking site that you're using to book. I personally believe that since the whole deposit thing has been a part of the culture, it definitely has helped us. Has it stopped those from doing no call, no shows, doing disputes? No, it has not. But for the most part, it has given us some type of security in knowing that when we show up for work, someone is going to show up as well. And we know that someone is coming and we're going to get paid for our day's work. So if you do not, as an upcoming stylist, if you do not require deposits, I highly encourage you to require deposits. And let me just say this, because I see this on social media all the time. Like, the upcoming stylist, honey, you are not better than us just because you don't charge a deposit. Okay. Yeah, I think that a lot of y'all come in this business very naive and think like, oh, I don't charge deposits. You can come book with me. I'm not going to take your money. I'm not here to do that. Like, okay, see how far that gets you. Doesn't get you very far. And these people will show you real quick as to why you should have a actual booking site where people can book with their debit cards. Get what I'm saying? So don't think that's a marketing tactic. That's not a marketing tactic. That is a, hey, look at me, you can possibly get over on me tactic. That's what that shows people. That shows people that they have a leeway to get over on you. And stop thinking that, oh, I'm going to prove to people, I'm going to show people that they can trust me and I'm not going to take their money up front. Nobody gives a dang about that. Nobody cares. I'm telling you, the clients don't care, nor do other stylists care. And especially not the clients. Like, just keeping it 100. Like, they don't care. So, new stylists, I'm not understanding why you guys are like, you get in this industry and you're so much in your feelings. But trust me, they will show you quick, baby, it's personal. It's business. It's not personal. Okay? So, get your feelings out of it. Okay? Charge those deposits up front. When it comes to deposits, nobody, and I'm speaking to clients and stylists, no one should be taking deposits through text message. I get it if you're just starting out, but if you are seasoned and you're making money, you should have a booking site. You should have a booking site that does everything for you. Nobody should have to receive a Cash App request or a Zelle request unless your booking site is down. But as far as like regular booking protocol, y'all, that's too much of a hassle on you. Just put everything on your booking site. They don't have to contact you. Trust me, you'll just feel a lot better. And because I don't allow clients to have direct access to me. And that's for another episode. But yeah. Let's start off with how the mean girl era has really tarnished the hair industry, especially with these appointment policies. First of all, can y'all stop screaming at people? Like, you don't have to put everything in bold caps for them to understand or comprehend or to get what you're saying. You don't. It ain't that deep. It's a few things you can probably put in caps because you're like, okay, obviously people keep missing this one thing, so let me put this particular thing in caps. Like, for example, I do not accept any electronic payments. It is cash only. I put cash only in cash because people were missing it. Well, how do I pay? What do you mean, how do you pay? It says it right there. So, stuff like that, just put it in caps. Stop screaming at people. Just keep it short, simple, straight to the point. Like, it does not have to be this whole book. Please stop doing that. And to my upcoming stylists, this is really for you. Do not copy those books thinking you have to thoroughly explain. Like, how, like, they're not going to read that. They're not going to read that. Okay. Like, all you need is like a paragraph and a half, and everybody knows a paragraph is like 4 to 6 sentences. It's not that deep. Like, let's stop doing that. All the extra stuff is unnecessary. Like I said, you telling, like, for example, you telling somebody, bring your own charger. You can't use my charger. That doesn't have to be in an appointment policy. Trust me, I've seen some. That's unnecessary. If they don't have a charger, they just don't have a charger. And if you don't want them to let them use your charger, just say no. Like, it's not that deep. You don't have to put that in an appointment policy. Like, the appointment policy is to guide someone. You're basically telling someone how to book with you. Bullet points is all you need. Okay. The appointment policy gives the first impression of you. So if you're screaming and yelling at somebody I'm reading and you're yelling at me, it's giving you're rude. It's giving you're rude, and it's giving, I don't know if I want to book with you. But let me tell y'all something to the clients. Y'all nag and complain about the things that these hairstylists do, but yet y'all still book with them. Tell me how that works. Okay, let's have real raw talk. It's kind of like training a child. If you tell the child not to do something, but they still do it, but they don't have a consequence for what they're doing, they're going to keep doing it. They're going to keep doing it. It's the same thing. Y'all can't complain about what these hairstylists do and still book with them. If you say, oh, she was yelling in her appointment policy, I'm not booking. Okay, cool. Don't book. But if you say that and still book, baby, the problem is on you. That's not the stylist problem. You read and saw her tone and how she was talking, and you decided to still book. So therefore, we don't want to hear no complaints on TikTok. We don't want to hear no, oh, I love her work. Her work is really good. Y'all have all the excuses in the world. And then turn around and complain. Make that make sense. Makes no sense at all. Of course, yelling and all that stuff, it does run away your clients. So up and coming stylists, just don't do that. Okay. It's just a welcome. It's basically like welcoming you to my page. Hope to see you soon. Go ahead and book your appointment. Some of the bullet points that you can have in your appointment policy is, of course, your cancellation terms, how you accept your payments. If you do or do not accept extra guests, I highly recommend that you do not, because it is annoying. This is a salon. This is a work environment. Even if you work from home, you're working. So therefore, no other extra people should be in your house, period. And also, if you have a late or grace period, again, key points that you want to have in your appointment policy, of course, is your little welcome, your cancellation terms, your payment methods that you accept if you do or do not allow extra guests while you're working, and also your late and grace period. Simple, straight to the point, y'all. Like, you should have your location, your method of contact, and FAQ section, which is frequently asked questions. I would put no more than 3. And I would say put the most important questions that you know that people ask. Put those as your FAQ, and also your hair prep. Okay. Those are a few bullet points that you will need in your appointment policy. Everything else, like far as the descriptions of the services, should be like in the description of the service. So for example, if you have a sew-in, like for my sew-ins are up to 3 bundles. Additional bundles added is $25 per bundle. Why do I do that? Because it's time. You are paying for my time. My time needs to be compensated. So make sure you are very descriptive in the description box of the actual service. Now, if they choose to read that or not, that's on them. Just know when they sit down and they pull out 5-6 bundles, okay, so that'll be $50 for the additional 2 bundles. Oh, I booked a sew-in. I know. And it's up to 3 bundles. And it's $25 for the additional bundles after that. Did I say 5-6? Yeah, that's about 75. So again, at that point, they can choose to leave or they can choose to get service. Either way it go, you put everything in the description of the service. So therefore, it is there for them to read. And I want to add on another thing. I think that we have got into this space of overly explaining and overly talking about the same thing over and over again. Look, y'all, to all my stylists, it's time for us to be quiet. It is time for us to be quiet. What do I mean by that? You don't have to make any post, any videos on your story, on your reels, on your TikTok, going off about how clients don't read. We know they don't read. So let's cut that out. Okay? We don't want to run any future clients away. But the reason why I say it's time for us to be quiet is because eventually, if you ignore someone, they will eventually correct their actions. So, me personally, if someone texts me and asks me, hey, does the hair come included in your services? Does the shampoo come included? I don't reply. I don't reply because, one, if you found me on social media, that is a part of my marketing tactic, because hair is included, the shampoo is included. All you have to do is show up. When it comes to protective styles, all you have to do is show up. And it's all over my social media. So, and then it's on my website as well. It's on the website. It's in the description of the services. So there's no, if you read and you did your job and your research as the client, trying to see if this is going to be a good fit for you, you should have read that shampoo and hair is included. So I'm not going to waste my time responding to you, because if I respond to that question, then you're going to ask another rhetorical question. And I don't hate to be straightforward. Somebody has got to say it. Y'all read stuff and then come back and ask us about the things that you read. Make that make sense. Like, I had someone ask me, so let me get this straight. Because I have alopecia, I have to pay an additional fee. I have a whole alopecia tab on my website. So we have the descriptions there for a reason. So why do you need to ask me if you're reading something correctly, if it's there for you to understand my booking process? When it comes to alopecia clients, you have to understand, like, every case is different. Every case is different. And the time of the service is extensive. It really is, because I take my time with my work. I'm not rushing. So therefore, yes, you're going to pay for the additional time, because it's not a wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, with someone coming in and sitting down that has a head full of hair. It's not the same. It's not the same. And even though I do consultations, once you're in front of me, it could be a whole different ball game. You could possibly lose hair in between the time from the consultation and when you come to get service. So therefore, I have to come up with new ways or techniques to figure out how I'm going to install this service for you in the most natural looking way possible. Okay. So that was my little rant on that. I think that one, stylist needs to be quiet. We are not explaining. We're not making posts about our booking policies, what they say. We're not reiterating anything. We're not repeating ourselves. It's time for us to be quiet. Make sure that your booking policy has everything outlined. I think that a lot of you need to consolidate your appointment policies, because it's a bit much. It's a bit much. Baby, I graduated high school. I shouldn't have to read that to book a hair appointment. And I'm a hairstylist. I don't want to read that. I'm not going to read that. I'm going to skim through it. Because most of that stuff that y'all got in there is like unnecessary, like just straight up unnecessary. Seriously, like, and I'm coming from a hairstylist. I'm just saying, okay. So y'all, that is it for today's episode. Simple, sweet, straight to the point, just like your booking policy should be. Okay. Make sure y'all like this video, comment. Oh, don't forget to subscribe, y'all, and share it. Share it. We here to elevate. We here to educate and elevate. So let's do it together. That is it, y'all. I am Beauty the Braid Boss, and until next time, bye.